Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Isle of Man in the UK. This is John and Mike's MMA Corner.
Belal, you have got a chance right now, well, not right now, sorry, at the end of April, should I say, for for people to remember your name when you fight your fight for the Titan title, the welterweight title's on the line, man. How awesome does that feel?
Yeah, it's a good fight, man. It's a big fight, and I think a lot of people are going to remember the name after this one.
It is a tough fight. You know, you've got a great opponent to really kind of put yourself down on the kind of world welterweight scene. Really, I think it's a great step for you to take.
Yeah, I mean, he got a big name, got a good. He's from a big camp. People know him, so it's gonna be a good stepping stone for me.
Now, obviously, with the record you're having so far, you've got the kind of cherry that he wants to pop. Now, what are you doing in preparation then for this title fight? Have you stepped things up a little bit more than you would do previously?
I'm usually like a hard worker no matter what, and where I train at, we grind every day, so it doesn't matter if I have a fight or not. I'm working out like 2 or 3 times a day no matter what. So it's like not like literally anything different, and I don't really train for a specific opponent. I'm usually doing everything already. Like I do jiu-jitsu every day, I do boxing, kickboxing. Like I train it all. I'm not the type that I just do one thing.
Because one thing that impressed me with your performances that I've watched on the Titan banner is your output. You have a very good output. You know, you do seem to have a high output, and you seem to be able to back it up with the cardio as well.
Yeah. I really push my cardio a lot. I train my cardio a lot. So, and I know a lot of fights, more than 90% of fights are won just based off cardio. You'll have some guys that are like burn out the first minute or the first 2 minutes of the fight. They'll sit there, go hard, and explode into the fight. But when it gets to the second and third round, they're all dying out, and that's when I like to step on the gas a little more.
Is there anything then that you do specifically for conditioning to get yourself up to that level? Because if you were just doing what everyone else is doing, I don't think you'd have the same conditioning as everyone else. As you do now. Do you pay particular attention to maybe long distance running? Do you do interval training? Is there anything specific?
Like I usually do my cardio. Like my strength and conditioning is basically I like to spar and like train my strength and conditioning. I lifted weights today or anything like that. I like to just the old school way, run and then get my rounds, and that's where you get your. That's basically what we're doing. It's a fight. It's not like I'm not lifting weights. Weights don't hit back. Fighting is its own type of conditioning. So you have to wrestle, you have to grapple. It's all different. So it's not like the same thing as like lifting weights or doing all these movement techniques and stuff like that. I mean, it's a fight, so I like to get my conditioning in that way by literally going into practice and sparring and going live.
That's a good way to do it. Yeah, exactly. To kind of implement the conditioning you need, replicate it in a fight scenario. Like you said, yeah, weights don't hit back. No, they don't. But so look, we talked last time, and last time I believe I did mention about potential putting your hat in for the 170 title, which would be cool to happen, and now it's come through. I think obviously Jeff heard what I said and he took it on board, in fact I did speak to him about different titles. I said, look, when's it going to happen? Do you feel though with a win with this opponent and winning the title that this might set you up really for a potential step up with the UFC?
Yeah, I think it is. I think he's a big name. He's a former champion, and a lot of people are like putting him as like a huge signing for them as a big free agent. So I mean, a win over him is gonna excel me to the next level and get my name out there even more. So hopefully that gets me noticed by the right people.
Now, you say you don't train for anyone in particular, and that's a smart way. You want to implement your own style, but do you have your coaches have you looked at him yourself? Have you watched his fights anyway, just from being an MMA kind of watcher, not knowing that you'd end up fighting him, or?
My coaches actually tell me not to watch video because I've been since I started fighting. I've had so many pullouts, so many change of opponents that I don't want to get used to one type of opponent. Like even my last fight, I was training for Colton Smith, and then last second I got changed up, and then like a week before, so then with this guy I was supposed to be fighting his teammate Hyder Hassan, and then my coach was like, yeah, we're not going to worry about training for him yet, and then like just as he said, it's like 2 weeks later he got changed to Steve Carl. That's why I don't like to change for specific opponents because you never know what's going to happen in this sport.
No, it's fine because it's almost getting to the point where, because obviously, you know, I will have, if I was to fight him now, for example, if I was to be matched up with him, I would have already seen him before just from general MMA, you know, just watching fights. And I suppose it's almost going to get to that point for you where you'll end up, let's say, for example, let's do a hypothetical kind of thing here. We're going to fast forward to the future. You have the fight, you win the fight, you get the belt, and the UFC go, oh, do you know what? We actually like we like the look at you. We're going to take you on, and then you'll end up fighting someone in the welterweight division who I imagine you might have already watched anyway. So I was just thinking it's going to get to that.
Exactly.
It's going to get to that stage, you know. It's like almost if you got matched up with George St. Pierre, you'd be like, I know what he's going to do, and it's just trying to figure out how to. It's like trying to figure out how to fuck to stop it. Really, that's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Like at that point where basically whatever I fight, I've probably already seen before just by watching fighting.
Yeah, it's just it's an interesting perspective to look at. It's when it's going to happen. I can't wait for this fight anyway, but. Look, is there a good vibe then around your gym? You know, when the fight, you know, got announced that you're going to fight for the title, have you yourself felt like almost like yes, and you know everything's clicking, everything's working, and do you feel like a bit of pride about yourself that you're getting this moment?
Yeah, I do. I feel like a lot of people were looking over me for a while, but now that I'm getting this main event slot. And it's for the title. People are going to start noticing that. Whoa, where is this guy coming from? He was under the radar, and he's really, really good.
Well, that was the thing. I remember speaking to you when you first come along in the Titan brand, and I've watched your fights from when you first started, and it's great. It's almost like watching Andre Harrison as well. When he turned up to the Titan brand, I remember speaking to him, watching his fights, and watching him progress, and then he got to the title and won it. It's just really awesome to see it happen, you know, before your eyes, like just watching the progression and it going on. And I've always wondered what it's like from your eyes, because when you come in to sign for Titan, you know, firstly are you thinking, okay, I'll sign with Titan, get maybe a fight or two, I'll probably end up going somewhere else and fighting, etc., and hopefully I'll get signed to one of the big boys. Did you, when you first signed personally, when you first got with Titan, was your goal ever to be, I wouldn't mind being the top dog at this promotion?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think with all the other promotions out there, this is like one of the better ones out there. So like, I mean, you got Bellator, UFC, I mean, but like Titan, they're starting to throw good fights now. Like their last show was really good. So like they're gonna start pushing themselves a lot more. Where they're gonna get a lot more shows every year. So I think they're gonna get noticed a lot more. They're gonna be up there with the top promotions. So being a champion for a promotion like this is going to get my name out there, where people are going to start noticing it. There was like an article the other day where it was like the top prospects, and we had like Titan had like 5 or 6 guys on that list. So like they're signing really good guys, so they're going to be up and up, I think.
Yeah, especially when they're based now in Florida, they'll definitely look to have the guys like ATT and Black Zillions on their card, so you kind of get that. Quality of fighters bringing in, and also it will obviously, like I said, it's going to have more shows over the course of the year. Obviously, they got this one now. I think the next one's June, I believe. They're looking to do so. It's good that they've got this kind of couple of months next card, and for you as a fighter as well, you're getting the exposure on UFC FIght Pass. You're getting the regularity of potentially fighting maybe every other card, if it depending on how fit you are and everything, injuries and stuff. And again, like you say, you're close to moving up the ranks to like the UFC and stuff. So it's a good place to be right now with Titan.
Yeah, exactly. Right now they're at the point where like they said they're gonna have a show in June, and then hopefully a couple months after that. So if they're at the point where it's every 2 months is a card, that'd be like great. So like I get on every card or every other card just to get to the point where I'm getting at least 4 or 5 fights a year. That'd be really good.
Yeah, exactly. It's good. It's good for fighters. I like that. I like the fact that fighters will get a chance to get the regular fights in. It's just good, for fighter happiness, so to speak. If you've got a happy employer, you're going to get a lot out of them, and you'll get a better performance out of them. And it's good. It's good vibes. Look, I have Fight Pass. I cannot wait for this Titan card to come on. The last card, like you said before, it was absolutely fantastic to watch. I know this one's going to be awesome as well. You're fighting on it for the title, the welterweight championship deal. It's awesome, great news. Absolutely made up for you that you're getting a shot at this title. Before I let you go, what is your social media so people can jump on, man?
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate the interview. You can follow me on Instagram at BullyB170, Twitter BullyB170, or Facebook under Belal Muhammad. I'm really active on all 3 of those social media, so.
Yeah, I follow him, so you should all follow him. That's an order, people. And what about any sponsors, mate, helping you out?
Yeah, I want to give a couple of shout-outs to my sponsors, English Soul, Platinum Fades, and 123 Connect.
Awesome. And last but not least, give a shout out and a mention of where your gym is if people want to go and train, and also coaches and teammates.
Yeah, cool. I'll give a shout out to my brothers with me. We ride going to gym. We go to Rufus Sport in Wisconsin, Chicago Fight Team in Chicago, A-Rad Fight Team in Chicago, Oscar, Mike Biggie Road, Gerald Merchant, who should also be fighting on this card too, and Louis Taylor, Nicasio Sanchez, everybody down there in Chicago.
Awesome stuff. Look, once again, have a great fight, have a great weekend. That strap is literally just in reach. All you got to do now is just get to fight day and put that performance on.
Yes, sir. I'm going to take that belt home with me back to Chicago, man. I really appreciate it.